How are you doing? All right. Yes, it is time to win. All right. We never lose, but it's time to win. So let's win. Welcome. This is Pastor Jefferson. Welcome to our television ministry. We appreciate you and our video time. We're so glad and happy to be with you on today. We're going to continue the discussion about per capita, which is per person, and arithmetic mean and arithmetic sequences. Now, there's another way to pronounce arithmetic mean. You can call it arithmetic sequences. Arithmetic mean. Now, mean, M-E-A-N, means average. Average. Now, I want to discuss this, and I want to talk to you about this because it gives you a sort of like a standard or a model to go by. How's that? All right. Yes. Now, per capita, as we discussed before, means per head, per person. There's a thing called per capita income. And some of you's really listening to this video, you want to be a blessing to people. You want to be a blessing to the church you go to your leadership, to your favorite charity, or just individuals, your family, your friends, people you see suffering. You really want to really bad. And see, but some of yous, and I would say a big part of yous, it's just that your average per capita income is being, attacked. Hey, and we're praying for you. It's hard for you to keep an average income. Your job is good, then they cut hours. You seem like you can't get aboard, above, or even. Seems like you're about ready to make plans and the company downsizes. They tend to get more insurance from your payroll than they ever done before, And it's very frustrating to not have an average good per capita income. See? So I just want you to know, as the pastor of Goodness and Mercy Church, I'm going to be sensitive towards that, you see. And that's why, as I always repeat, with the help of God, I want you to come to Goodness and Mercy and enjoy Jesus. See? I want you to come and enjoy the Lord. And yes, every church needs finances from the members, sure. But I don't want it to be just about that, okay? As I stated before and will always repeat, that's why I wrote the in-kind giving, no cash policy. So to make sure everybody don't feel burdened and let you know that everybody can participate. Volunteerism, skill, talents, and if you got money, that helps too. But we want you per capita, per head, as an individual, as a person, grow more than give money. Okay? You get that? The main goal of my pastoring is that you grow in your thinking more than give money to our church offerings. If you're growing good and you're not giving money, I'll be happy. If you're growing great and you're learning more and you're doing little efforts better than you did before, and you just don't have the money, I'm happy as a pastor. You understand? I want you to get that. I know I speak that over and over, and some of you, I can understand if you're getting tired of me. But I got to mention it because it is a major problem in churches. Okay? And we do sympathize with what the pastors deal with the bills of the church and the mortgage. But we want to make sure that you're thinking, that you as an individual grow more better than you ever did in your lifetime with the Lord. How's that? Now, the thing I want you to understand in the arithmetic mean or arithmetic mean, you know, when you're trying to see how you're growing, called statistics or record keeping on you personally yourself, okay? One thing I want to do as a pastor is to make sure I notice every effort that you do, okay? If you're out there and you do not have a church home, and you're looking for a church home, you do not have a pastor, and the Lord is leading you to our church, I want you to know that with the Lord's help as your pastor, I will be noticing every little effort that you do so I can congratulate you, and me and my wife can be a blessing to you and to make sure that your reputation will be known. Okay? That's why we devise, or that's why we have in place to implement what we call time-honored and time frames. You need a time-honored. When you join a church, don't just join the church because you're trying to get a blessing. Don't just join the church so people can say you're an outstanding citizen if that's the only thing you want. But you need to join because you're trying to develop a time-honored, time frame reputation. And that builds into legacy, and you know, it builds into a statement. You want to make sure that your children and your grandchildren know that for the time honored at our church, that's what time honored means. It means a age, A-G-E-D, an age standard, a written letter from your pastor, myself. And if you're a positive person, a cooperator, full of cooperation, and you're in it for the vision, I'll have no problem giving you a great time-honored plan. Now, that might sound corny to some people, but it's very important because you want to be a person that's doing something of purpose. So when we sign your time-honored by throughout the months and days and years, we're always pointing out how you do, the things you do better. You need to have a time-honored document from your pastor so that people can know you've been productive. You understand what I mean? You've been productive. That's important. That's my call as your pastor, to make sure that you are growing in character, not just giving money. God will take care of us. But to make sure that people know and your family can see that you're doing things productive. Not just speaking on the mic, but stuff like you're helping people, this, that, and the other. All right? So arithmetic means average. It's important to have an average, the same. Now, in the spiritual content, it means character. Here's the number one thing you want to grow in when you grow in God. You want to grow in the fact that you can handle peace and dwell in peace on all areas, an average. In other words, people know you're peaceful when you're suffering. They know you're peaceful when you're sick. See, an average. We don't never have to guess, you know, I mean, if you're sick, do we have to watch what we say? If you're financially broke, do we have to walk on a tight, sensitive rope? See, the mark of Christianity is not a famous church. It's that you're average in all areas. See, arithmetic mean you're average. And your sequences, your step-by-steps that you take, you're the same. You're calm as much as you can. See, you don't just want to be famous and full of talents without being average. That's why we have great theologians, but they cannot be an average parent, a happy parent. That's why we got great Christians doing mighty things, but it's hard to know what they're going to be like when you visit them. Might sound corny, but that's important. So you want to have an average in life, in your Christian walk. Visit us on the next video. I hope you do. See you later.